we've been saying to you that if you have a desire and your belief is the same as your desire, that's really what positive expectation is, then it has to be, and it has to be fast. Because your desire is pure, there's no resistance to it, and it's flowing to you. And you've proved that out in your own life, haven't you? The things you expect come easily to you. It's the things you don't expect that keep seemingly messing up your experience. Someone the other day says, I don't want to work there, but I have no choice. What an awful trap. I want more money, but I can't figure out how to get any. I want a mate, but I can't find a mate. And we say, when you want and you equally or greater doubt the thing you want, then you hold yourself in what feels like a tug of war to you, and it literally is a tug of war, because in your doubting you have introduced a resistance that does not allow you to go to the vortex where what you want is. So over time we've said to you, when you want it and believe it, it is. Then we began telling you that you are a creator. And that if you are a deliberate creator, which means you think more about what you want, you script it, you write about it, you talk about it, that more of the things that you want will begin to come into your experience. Be more deliberate in your intent, we said to you. Then we watched you. You worried about your thoughts too much then. You got the idea that every word that popped out of your mouth was going to bring immediate response to that word. So you said, cancel, 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 as you tried to suck back the word before law of attraction took it away and ran with it. And so then we began explaining to you that well-being really is the basis of your experience, and that you have much latitude and leeway. And that if you will think about allowing what you want to come, that there is a step 3 process. Life causes you to do step 1, ask. Source answers, and today we're telling you not just answers. Source literally becomes the vibrational equivalent of what you're asking for and holds it in this vortex where law of attraction is gathering. Step 3 is you got to figure out how to be a vibrational match. And then for a while, we offered you the analogy that when you ask, Source answers. And as law of attraction responds to Source holding the fullness of all you've asked for, as law of attraction responds to that request, the sensation to you is like a being called downstream, naturally toward the fulfillment of what you are wanting. Today, we are going to describe this process to you in yet another way. We want to say to you that when you ask, you send rockets of desire into your vibrational experience. And we've been calling this your vibrational escrow, because it's where all that you want is held in an account that's just for you, that no one else is going to sweep in. Bernie Madoff does not have access to this account. And then we began calling it a vibrational reality. It's a vibrational reality because you're so excited about this physical reality. We want you to be excited about this vibrational reality. And today we are calling this vortex, a vortex of creation. It is a vortex, and the reason that we are calling it a vortex is because as law of attraction responds to this powerful point that the Source within you is holding on your behalf, this much larger than you part of you, this much larger than the physical part of you, non-physical part of you, stands there holding this pure thought of what you've been asking for, and with the absence of resistance to this and law of attraction's response to that, there is a powerful vortex that is created, a vortex of attraction. And this is the most important thing for you to hear about this, where all cooperative components are being assembled. The question is, are you a cooperative component? And the answer is, if you're mostly joyful, mostly happy, mostly eager, mostly frisky, then yes, you could count yourself as a cooperative component. And if all of that is true, then you're saying to us, things work out for me. Ideas come just at the right time. I flow in and out of all things. I rendezvous with like-minded people. Wonderful things happen. I barely think about something that I want, and the path to achieve it is unfolding for me. I feel good all of the time. I wake up, I hit the floor with a feeling of enthusiasm for life. I feel reborn anew every day of my life experience. If that's the way you are describing yourself, then you are often, most often, in the vortex. But if you're ornery, if you're confused, if you feel resentment, then you're not in the vortex, not consistently. And if you're like most people, you're in and out, in and out. If you're like most people, you're out and out and out and out and out and in and out and out and out and out and out and damn mad about being out and in and out and out and out and joining the online chat group about how crummy it is to be out and out and out and out and out and in and out. If you're like most people, you're out mostly, on the brink of it sometimes, and in rarely, but you've been in enough to taste the sweetness of alignment, enough so that when you're not in there experiencing the fullness of all that is meant to be for you, you resent it. You know something is really, 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 really wrong. And that's why when you don't feel good, you want to blame this one and that one and this one and that one and this one and that one. Usually the person you live with is the person that gets the brunt of your blame about you not being in the vortex, but we want to lovingly give it all back to you. You get the credit, 100% of the credit, about whether you're in the vortex or whether you're not in the vortex. We just want to do the best sales job ever about wanting to inspire your desire to be in the vortex, because we see clearly what you've put there, and we know the expansiveness of who you have become, and we know the capacity for clarity and love that is really you, and we don't blame you a little bit if you're not completely up to speed with the fullness of who you have become. You feel awful and you want it. We just want to say to you, there's no way of filling the void of not being in the vortex other than getting in the vortex. Can't buy one more thing and bring it home. Can't eat something, drink something, shoot something. You can't find somebody else to give their attention to you, to love you enough. In other words, it's not possible for you to fill the void that is the fullness of who you are without getting in the vortex, which simply means you just got to stop doing that thing you do that doesn't let you in. So what are some of the things you do that prevent you from getting into the vortex? And you understand this vortex is just this high, non-resistant energy place where you rendezvous with the source. Esther's in the vortex, otherwise she could not receive Abraham with this clarity. In other words, she is up to speed with the vibration that is us, and that's why the conversation is seamless between the intent of that which we are offering and her ability to deliver it. That's in the vortex. When you're in the vortex, that's when your inspiration is at its greatest. That's where authors and artists and musicians, that's where those that you call masters often find what they call their inspiration. They're in the vortex where they have clear view of not only the idea, but the path to which it will unfold. This universe is managed by the powerful law of attraction. And what that means is, when you offer a vibration, what matches it comes to it. So can you even begin to imagine? It's not easy for you from your physical format. What must be amassing around the source energy part of you? The part of you that only focuses upon love and well-being and expansion. Can you imagine what that vortex of creation must be like that is swirling? That's what eternity is based upon. It is physical beings coming forth and exploring and knowing what they don't want, and then more clearly sending a vibrational rocket of desire about what they do want. And when that rocket of desire emanates from you, the source part of you receives that rocket and becomes it vibrationally and literally, and holds steady to that newly amended asking eternally. And when that occurs, law of attraction then begins to amass all compatible components. So hear this. So here you are, billions of you, banging around together, knowing what you don't want, sending out rockets of what you do want. So let's say your planet's in a bit of upheaval, maybe economic, which causes you to ask for more stability. Maybe ecological, which causes you to ask for more stability. Maybe some of the peoples of your planet are warring, making you ask for more harmony. So as you are asking, billions of you, for more stability, for more well-being, for more harmony, the source energy part of you is receiving each and every one of those requests and holding it as the eternal promise of your future. And this is the part that we really, really want you to hear. Law of attraction responding to those requests. Law of attraction responding to that focused, pure asking. Law of attraction's response is causing an assembling of all cooperative components. This is something that most of our physical friends have a hard time wrapping their thoughts around, because you are so physically oriented. You are so accustomed to looking at the knock on wood, what I can see and hear and smell and taste and touch, aspects of your environment, that you miss sometimes altogether the fact that you are, and everything else is, and everyone else is, a vibrational being. Everything is vibrational. And so when these rockets of desires emanate from you, leading edge creators out here on the leading edge of thought, when those rockets of desires emanate from you, Source receives them and becomes them, and a vibrational vortex of creation is assembled. We're not kidding you. It must happen. It always happens before there is ever any physical manifestation. When you try to tell the story of how your earth came to be, you're not even close to understanding that everything is vibrational first. Everything is thought, focused thought. And when focused thought is held longer, it becomes form. It becomes the material, manifestational world that you know. So when we speak to you today, all day, and we will, about these rockets of desire and about this vibrational vortex of creation that is assembling on your behalf, we want you to understand that this is not some airy-fairy metaphysical talk of some dead person who understands vibration and is trying to make some fairy tale to make it easier for you to understand the concept of it. This vortex, this vibrational vortex, is a reality that is the precursor of everything that you know to be reality. It's not something to be sloughed off. It is vivid and real. What you are asking for has been answered and is done. And all cooperative components have been vibrationally assembled. The question that you really want to ask yourself, am I, in my physical body, having banged around and having known what I don't want and having asked and asked and asked and asked, and now Source and non-physical and law of attraction have assembled all cooperative components. Am I a cooperative component? Am I in a vibrational stance that this vortex can take me in and show me the answer, show me the answers to my questions and the solutions to my problems, show me the manifestations to what I have carved out of my life experience? And the answer is held in the way you feel in any moment in time. If you are full of love, you're in the vortex. You're in the vortex, and